Ann. I know you know it's Ann, but let me introduce myself to everybody else out there who does not know who I am or what we're doing here. I am Ann Britton from Ann'sRunningCommentary.com, and I am recording this message for my sister Donna, who is in North Carolina. I am in Maryland. She's running her first marathon, and since I couldn't be with her, I wanted to send her a message once a week telling her how proud I am of her and giving her some tips and tricks to get through the marathon. This has worked really well, though, because she calls me on Sunday after her long run. On Saturday, she calls me on Sunday, tells me how it went and how she felt later during the day, and then we kind of use that to come up with what the next message will be, what I should say to her next. I spend most of the week actually thinking about that and trying to figure out what the best tip or trick I have for that is. So if you want to go back and look at some of these videos from the beginning, if you're doing your first marathon or a marathon and you want to just see what tips I had for her, go on back to the first one. I'll put a link down below or right here in the video, and you can look at those. But Donna, I am coming to you today to talk to you about what happened last week and what's going to happen from here on out. You had a 5-miler last week, you have an 18-miler coming up, but during your 5-miler you said you ran it like a race, you ran fast, but afterwards you limped around for about 2 hours. And I want to say that's normal. There are a couple of reasons that probably happened. First, you were traveling, and it was a long trip. It wasn't an easy trip, it was a long trip. And you know, you were working out on vacation, which I think is totally cool. It's a totally different area. You were in Las Vegas, which is dry, and you're from Wilmington, which is obviously not dry. So that probably had something to do with it. The other thing is, because you had a step back week, your body was kind of feeling its way, and it was saying, you know, it was getting a feel for what's happening with itself. And so you probably were noticing things that have been there for a while, but you weren't noticing them because you're putting in so much distance. And thirdly, and I think most importantly, I'm guessing it was a little bit mental. What happens as we get closer to the race is suddenly, oh my gosh, we realize it's not just about crossing that finish line, it's about getting to that starting line. And that is a really scary proposition. Oh my gosh, I've put in all this work. Now what happens if I don't make it to the race? So I wanted to say, try not to panic. That's my first tip for this week. Try not to panic. Breathe. Think about how much work you've put in, and think about whether this really is an injury, because probably it's not. So the fact that it only lasted 2 hours, my bet it's not an injury. My bet is you're going to be okay. But let's go to the second tip. Even if it is an injury, don't worry about it. You have really put in the work. Trust your training. Trust what you have put in. And know that even if you had to take a week off, you are fine. Everything you have put in so far, you could run the marathon tomorrow. Honest to God, you really could. You have done so much, and you really could run the marathon tomorrow. You got 2 more long runs, and those will be great to add, add into the bank there. But really, you're okay, even if you managed not to be able to do those long runs for whatever reason. And thirdly, and this is important too, because it is really easy. I know a lot of people who have done it. Don't mess up. Don't do anything stupid in the next few weeks. I know somebody, we won't say who, but I know somebody who took a pole dancing class because they were getting bored with their training, tried to do a pole dancing class and ended up pulling their groin. Not a good idea. Also, maybe boxing, not a good idea. Paragliding, not a good idea. And you know what? Cleaning out the garage, not a good idea. Because I have a friend who was cleaning out the garage, pulled something out of it, and pulled their back, and ended up throwing out their back and really ruining their race. So don't do anything stupid. Just do your training, get through your training, trust your training, and don't panic. All right, sweetie, you have 18 miles tomorrow. You are going to rock it out. Please use that to dial in your nutrition, dial in your hydration, and know what you're going to do on race day. You are going to do great. Tell your girls good luck for me, and I think they'll do great too. I can't wait to meet them when I come down there. For everybody else out there, please subscribe down below and leave a comment wishing Donna luck on her long run tomorrow. I think she'd appreciate that. If you have any questions for me, either Donna or the other viewers, let me know, because I always like to answer questions, and even if I don't record them to my sister, I can record a different video. There are a bunch of videos out there, so go ahead and check those out as well. Thank you so much for stopping by, and that click, click, click is Misty, who is just walking around and pacing. I'm not sure what's up with her. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.